it's Gabby here, your go-to property manager in Chicagoland. Today, I'm diving into some super important updates for 2024 that every Illinois landlord needs to know about. These new laws could seriously impact how you manage your properties, so let's get right into it. First up, Illinois now has rules to protect residents from utility discontinuations during extreme heat. If the temperature is expected to hit 90 degrees or more, utility companies can't shut off gas or electric services, even if bills haven't been paid. This rule also applies during heat advisories. So on those scorching days, you won't have to worry about your tenants losing power. The EV charging stations. With electric vehicles becoming more popular, Illinois is stepping up its game. New homes and residential buildings must now have infrastructure to support EV charging stations. If you're constructing or renovating, at least one parking space per unit needs to be EV capable. And if your tenant wants to install a charging station, they can at their own expense. Just make sure it's installed safely and compliant with local codes. The rent payment flexibility. Gone are the days when you could request rent payment solely through electric methods. A new law prohibits landlords from forcing tenants to pay rent electronically. So whether it's cash, check, or money order, you need to offer alternatives. Here's one for those that are renting to tenants aged 55 and older. There are new heating and cooling standards you need to follow. During the summer months, cooling system must be operated when the heat index exceeds 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and in the winter, temperature drops below 62 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Let's talk about security deposits, the big changes to the Illinois Security Deposit Act. All landlords, regardless of the number of units, must now provide an itemized list of deductions within 30 days if you're deducting from the security deposit. Fail to do this, and you could be on the hook for double the amount of deposit. The non-discrimination law. There's a new law that makes it illegal to discriminate based on immigration status in any real estate transaction. This includes refusing to sell or rent, changing the terms of a deal, or making false claims about availability. No vaping indoors. The new law prohibits using electronic smoking devices like e-cigarettes in indoor parking spaces, including common areas of rental properties. So no vaping in the lobby, hallways, or lounges. Starting now, you must provide tenants with a Radon guide, and they have the right to test for radon within the first 90 days of their lease. If levels are high, tenants can terminate the lease unless you provide a test showing safe levels. The flood hazard disclosure. Beginning in 2025, you'll need to disclose if a property is in a FEMA designated special flood hazardous area, or if it's flooded in the past 10 years. This needs to be done before the tenant signed the lease. The Reusable Tenant Screening Reports. A new law allows tenants to use a reusable screening report to avoid multiple application fees. If a tenant provides that report, you can't charge them for an application screening fee. The domestic violence protections. Leases now require a summary of rights for victims of domestic or sexual violence on the first page. This ensures tenants are aware of their housing protections. The Prohibition of Unfair Service Agreements. The Prohibition Unfair Service Agreement Act protects you from agreements that are delayed or have unfair terms. Such agreements are considered unenforceable, ensuring you're not legally bound by any fair terms. Retaliation is illegal. Finally, under the Landlord Retaliation Act, you can't legally retaliate against tenants for exercising their rights, like reporting code violations or joining a tenants union. Retaliation could lead to serious legal consequences. And there you have it, 2024's new key updates that could impact your role as a landlord in Illinois. If you have questions or need help navigating these laws, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help you keep your properties compliant and your tenants happy. Thanks for watching, and as always, where's your future?